Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat. Hello and welcome
To the Swag
On the Beat.
podcast episode 25.
Oh yeah, great.
That worked all
Three
right.
words each, pretty smooth actually. I think there was 9 words in total.
Yeah.
And it worked perfectly. So
Yeah.
welcome to the show, everyone.
Perfectly divisible by 3,
Yeah.
which leads me to what I wanted to just broach briefly to you.
Okay.
It's been a big week for dates with good numbers this week.
And everyone's talking about it. Because I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of dates that have some kind of mathematical or visually pleasing configuration.
Oh, okay.
And my friend Tim and I will always send each other dates back and forth when
Yeah,
we notice
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a good date. And so yesterday, Tuesday, the 29th of April 25 is 29/4/25, which is of course 29 minus 4 equals 25. So
Okay.
it's an equation date,
Okay.
which is quite rare
Yep.
in the wild.
Yep.
And on Friday, which is tomorrow when you'll be hearing this podcast, it is the 2nd of May 25, which is 2525.
Okay.
A double date.
Right.
Not the kind you might be familiar with.
No.
And not to be confused.
A way cooler one.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's like very, very
Yeah,
exciting to
love
me
it.
as it is for everyone else.
Yeah.
I bet. But
Yes, but
dates aside,
Dates
the
aside.
weekend was one.
Yeah.
That was a date.
Yep.
And we had a massive weekend.
we have been traveling together and with the boys.
up in Sydney with the Buhahis.
Yes, we had an Anzac Day extravaganza, you would say.
Yeah, so we went up to Sydney to play a bit of 2-Up on Anzac Day.
First time ever playing
Yeah.
2-Up for us.
Which is, for those who don't know, is a gambling game, a coin toss related game
Yeah.
that is only legal on Anzac Day because it's a game that the Anzacs used to play.
Yep.
So as an ode to them, we can play it once on Anzac Day.
Yeah,
only.
well, you can play
Or
it
as
many times, but
as we
only
did.
on Anzac Day.
And it's just a coin toss game where you
Heads or tails.
Heads or tails.
Yep.
Someone's flipping a couple of coins in the middle.
Yep.
And you just put money on your head, and any random person at the RSL or the bar can come up to you and match you for that bet.
Yep.
So if you put money up, you're going for heads.
Yep.
And if someone says, "I'll take that action," they're going for tails.
Yep.
And so it's pretty much gambling in its purest form.
It is.
The house doesn't win.
Nah, there's no house.
All the money goes in and out of the pockets
It's pure
of the punters.
wild. Pure wild.
And it is wild.
Yeah.
It's awesome. There was probably about 1,000 people
It
there.
was packed, and you're playing heads or tails for 6 hours, and then when it finishes, you're shattered.
Yeah, I could play this for another 3 days.
It was the most fun.
It was awesome.
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
So it kind of starts. You and I aren't big gamblers, so we're very.
No.
It started with just $5 notes going.
Yeah,
it's,
purples, little purples.
It was notes minimum. If it
Yeah.
was $2, we would have been putting $2 coins on our forehead, but it was notes.
Very
So
nervous, yeah.
Starts with the fivers on the head,
and
on
then
the
you
forehead.
get a little bit arrogant. Because I won my first 6.
You won 6 in a row,
and I was like, I thought I was king of the world.
yeah, and you thought, oh, this game's easy.
Throwing 20s up, and then you eat the dust so hard.
Such is the
because
nature
you throw up a pineapple.
Yeah.
And I won a pineapple, which was amazing.
Yeah.
That was probably the highlight.
Yeah.
And then
And then you
I put 100 on the dome. I
kept
can't
doubling.
remember. Yeah.
And unfortunately, the nature of continuing to put your winnings on the dome is that
It's a 50-50.
they're going to come crashing down.
Yeah, but it was exciting. So I think the motto of the day was win big, lose bigger.
Yeah.
Because
And
that's
have
what
a good
happened.
time. And
That's what happened.
we ended up just all putting in money together and just chucking.
Yeah, syndicates.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the $100 note is called an avocado, $50 a pineapple. We were just chucking avos on the dome. Avos straight on the dome. We won one, bang, 2 avos on the dome.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And
yeah.
then gone.
Our mate Riley put,
Yeah.
There's some great photos of him with $100 on
We
his
had a
head.
whole bag of avos on the dome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And if anyone has the opportunity to play 2-Up next Anzac Day,
Yeah.
we would highly recommend.
Really
So-
honor the, because Anzac Day for us down here is usually more of a somber day.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we do the dawn service
Yeah.
pretty much every year. Then you go to the footy, and
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah, which
But it's just like
it was a much
Sydney,
different vibe up
It's
there.
like let's just drink
Party
and
time.
gamble all day.
which is probably what the Anzacs
is-
would have
they
wanted.
probably would have
honestly.
wanted
And
that.
there is an underlying tone of respect in the whole day.
There
which
is, yeah,
which
yeah,
nice.
totally. Especially if you're winning.
Yeah. Well, that's gambling when you're winning
Yeah.
is the best.
It
It's
is the best
thing
It is
ever.
the best.
You're hugging your mates, life's
Yeah.
good, everything's going to be okay. And
Yeah.
then when you're losing, gambling sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I had some people who, when I lost, they'd go, you know what, mate? Nah, it's all good. And I say, nah, it's not honourable. You take it.
No
so I was
way.
getting a bit like Anzac-y. Like, no, that's not.
I do
That's
remember
my
you.
contribution to the country.
I do remember when you got cleaned out at the end, looking for a bit of charity fiver just to finish on a high.
I was literally begging. I was
Someone
like,
give
anyone
me-
got a 5? I want to play one more time.
It's funny how, like, no matter who you are,
Oh.
when there's gambling that's fun, the degenerate gambler comes out in all of
it's
us.
so
You look
funny.
at all your mates,
Yeah.
all your mates you've never seen gamble before, and everyone's like, "Where is it?" Give me the money. Yeah, but it was a lot
incredible, incredible. And we were staying with our mate Lobby, who lives in this incredible house in the Northern Beaches.
Yep.
And I think there's like 4 or 5 people in the house or whatever. And it was very nice of them to let us stay. I think we were 6 guys, and we were just
We more than doubled the population
more than double
of
the
the house.
It was like couches, blow-up mattresses. I lucked out and got
floor.
my own room.
Yeah, you
I got
got a
a
mattress
futon on the floor.
There was someone sleeping on a pool table, I think.
It was great. It was great fun. But like, I just want to make a formal apology to the people of the household, including Lobby, who might have been on the show before. I can't remember. Probably has. But I, as you know, I have this thing where if there is plumbing, if there is a lavatory around, I have this biological urge to use it that I can't help.
It's like a marking territory
It's
thing.
like a marking territory thing. I don't like it at all, but it's just, I can't help it.
You walk into a new area, if there's somewhere to do it, boy, he's going to do it.
The thing about this is there were probably, I don't know, there were people coming over and in and out of the house and stuff, but there were probably like 10 people in the house at any given point. And it was more like, I didn't want to do that in the central bathroom for fear of, social isolation and ruining everyone's weekend, because everyone was just trying to have a good weekend, and I didn't want to ruin that. So I was holding on, and I held on through the night, and that was great. And then a couple of us got up early and went for a walk down to the beach.
Yeah, you guys all getting up at the crack ODs.
Yeah, we'll crack ODs. Sparrow's fart, etc. Insert other proverb. No, walking down to the beach. It was me, Riley, and Cal, I think. And we get there, we're sitting outside the surf club, and having thinking, I'm sort of like, okay, there's a bathroom here.
Oh, so you still haven't?
So I'm like ready to go. Like, that's why I was keen to get up early, because I wanted to get out of the house and find an option. But so we're sitting outside the Surf Lifesaving Club or whatever, and I say to Riz, I'm just going to the toilet for a second. He's like, yeah, cool. And then I come back and they're laughing. One of the housemates was working. So one of these girls was working. She's a support worker, and she walked past the boys at the beach with her client, and she's like, "Oh, how would you sleep? Whatever." And Riley's like, "Yeah, good. Jack's just in there taking a dump." I've just like waited all that time to like save face,
all for nothing.
And then the main housemate's just finding out anyway. So yeah,
all for nothing.
It was tough. I did a few, and then the next night I think I did a sneaky. Like I got up like 2 or 3 a.m. and just
I wasn't sneaky, mate. I woke up. Everyone knew it was going down.
No. Anyway, so that was the main blight on the weekend for me, but otherwise great time.
Otherwise great weekend, bowel movements aside.
Highly recommend Sydney on Anzac Day. A lot of fun. And
chuck an Avo on the dome.
Avo on the dome if you got some.
Chance,
even if you got a grape on the dome, $5. It doesn't matter. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's part of it. It's all Anzac spirit. Yeah, woohoo. How you going?
That's what it matters.
Yeah. I think that's what the Anzac said when they go home. Yeah, woohoo. How you going?
Jack?
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of grandparents are very proud of their grandchildren.
Yeah.
But mine think I'm the smartest man on the planet.
Okay.
They think
you would hate that.
Well,
you would hate that feeling.
It's not a bad feeling, but what is I've fallen into the role of fixing them with their tech issues.
Yeah.
Because I did it once for them and I did it successfully, so now they always turn to me to help them with their computer problems.
I would say probably once a week I'd see a pap, which is your grandfather, calling you saying, "Oh, something's wrong with the computer router. Insert tech here."
I've just fallen into the role, even though any of the cousins, any of the grandchildren would be able to do it. I mean, my cousin actually works in IT and is way more experienced with IT stuff than I am, but he's kind of tactically just gone, "Oh no, Isaac can take care of that."
Right. Okay.
He knows that it's a bit of a hot task. But just a side note, my grandpa's called Pap. These grandparents call them Mim and Pap.
Mim and Pap.
I was just gonna say that's a unique grandparent's name, right? Mim and Pap. I haven't.
Is
heard
it
that
not
before.
their name?
I think
Mim is not her shortened version of Mimandra.
no. And Papa Theahari. No.
Okay.
That's just what we call
my
right.
grandparents. I wonder what that is.
I think they just made it up, which is cool that you can just make up what you want to be called.
Yeah.
What do you call your grandparents?
Awesome legend. Nah.
Both of them.
Grandma and grandpa.
Oh, yeah,
and
classic.
it was Pop.
Oh, Nan and Pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, Mike.
Just nonno, Italian style.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Lots of N's in the middle.
A lot of
there.
N's. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. I guess you can just maybe we'll make up something cool when it's our time to have grandchildren. Anyway, so yes, they. I've fallen into this role of the tech helper. I don't know if you've had this happen to you with your grandparents as well.
Yes. Yeah. It's I feel like I'm do more parent stuff than grandparent stuff. Grandma's kind of like, let the world continue on. I'm going to stay in 1984.
Right.
No,
okay.
1980. Just thought of the George Orwell there. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, well, fair enough. That's probably a good place to be.
Yeah.
Like as an older person,
Yeah.
just kind of letting
Like
it.
she's writing checks.
Letting it.
still.
Yeah, with more respect.
yeah.
My grandparents have a lot of tech stuff and a lot of unnecessary tech stuff. I mean, they frequently work on their computers, the phones, like the printers.
Yeah.
They've got cameras and lights attached to their computer for zooms, and they've got
what for lighting to make it look good?
yeah,
Oh,
and just
really?
all this unnecessary stuff that doesn't really need to exist or be there.
Okay.
But they've got it there, and so
Right.
I'm going to help them with them.
But
And
who told them it was a good idea to make sure their Zoom looks like a movie?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know. And they've just got like a bunch of unnecessary tech things that are connected via Bluetooth. Like they've got one of their lamps is connected via Bluetooth, and one of the like Pap has a notepad, like a signature pad that he can do e-signatures on,
Right.
and it plugs it into the computer. But it's just it's not logical at all.
But
the way
wouldn't
it
he
works.
just
do the signature on the
preview or whatever?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the many issues I come around to fix. But they've just they like having tech stuff.
They like stuff.
They like having stuff,
Yep.
even though it complicates the process.
Right,
To
yeah,
no
right.
end. And passwords is another big one. There's always there's a new password for everything, and so
Is there an order? I'm sure it will be ordered because you have such a.
well, it is ordered by
militant
like
way of doing
alphabetized
that, yeah.
in a book. But it's funny. Pap's passwords are always he just looks around and will make a password. So his passwords are like curtains raised 2025 or like grey sweater 11 a.m.
Wow.
like morning coffee April. He just looks around
real
and
weird.
So it is.
Wow.
I mean, it's cool, but also there's a completely different password for every single login.
so he's got a notebook of
we're
like
flicking through the book. If that book
curtain
gets
rooms
lost.
raised.
Then it's game over. We're just going to have to go back to 1984 with your
Wow.
grandparents. Just
Yeah, well.
go old school.
back to the checkbooks.
Yeah. Well, but I'm sure there's a lot of people our age from our generations out there
Yeah,
that
correct,
have
thank you. Yep.
a similar problem. So if you've got any
Yeah.
stories of helping your grandparents with stuff, send them in.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there in the same situation as me. But I thought because I'm so well versed in helping grandparents with these tech issues, I thought I'd take one for the team and put a course together.
Okay.
An online course, a little bit of an ebook sort of thing together.
Yep.
And I'm just going to give it out for free, plus a small handling fee and service fee.
Okay.
But it's free.
Okay.
And then so all up with the service fee and
Sounds like
handling
it'd be
fee,
expensive.
it's about $30.
Yeah, expensive
But
shipping. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
Of course.
Service fee and handling.
Like the hats, we're not going for profit.
Yeah, it's out of my hands.
Yep.
Yeah. If
It
that's
is.
just
Yeah,
the
if you
wet.
make someone. Yeah.
It's not in my hands. It's
They
in my
cost
brain.
that much to move it to you. Yeah.
So I've got an online course. I can play it now just so everyone can.
Oh, it's an audio course.
It is an audio course, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But if you want to listen to it again, you have to buy it for free.
Yep.
With the handling fee and service fee.
Yep.
But I just wanted to make a note before we listen to the course that I've added a couple of like ad libs in there. You know, like rappers do in their rap songs. Because
Okay.
I thought that was sort of a gap in the
Market.
online course / audiobook market, the opportunity for
Ad-libs.
ad-libs.
Yep.
So here it is. Hello, and welcome to Tech Issues and How to Fix Them, Grandparent Edition.
Oh, yeah.
First, what you're going to need to do is just turn off whatever machine, device, or appliance is causing the issue and turn it back on again. Congratulations! You've fixed 98% of all the issues you might encounter. Feel free to end the course here if no longer required.
Thanks.
In the unlikely situation that the issue persists, what you need to do is type their exact problem into Google, click on the first result, follow the instructions, and voila! All the remaining issues are solved.
That's amazing.
Finally, just remember to write down any passwords you've created for them, because you will get a call within the near future asking to come around and fix my Big Pond mailbox because my mailbox is broken and I'm not getting any of my letters.
Tell him, Grandpa.
And before you leave, be sure to refuse their payment of a very generous hourly rate one time before being able to accept it with a clear conscience.
Nah, that's all right, Grandma. I'm just happy to do it. Okay, thanks, Grandma.
Thanks for listening.
You're welcome.
Isaac and Mike, the three of us had a bit of a debate last week while we were off air about who could do the best impressions. And we landed on a classic one, which was Homer Simpson's
Yep.
Doe, which is an all-time thing.
It sounds so funny saying it
Yeah.
without saying
No,
Homer's dough.
it's like going kaplow, but kaplow.
It's like Homer's Odyssey.
Let me just put that in an email. No. And we all started doing it. And I think the debate just got more and more heated because each of us were going, no, I think mine was more real. Mine was better. So
I was the only one telling the truth, saying mine was better. But
that's my reality. I think I was doing that as well. So it's really hard to tell. But bottom line is we thought we should do it as a segment and decide once and for all.
Yep.
And maybe it can be an ongoing thing if someone throws up a new character or new sound that they want to test, then we can get a judge back in. But we have created a game and, of course, every game needs an intro, and here it is.
Impression game.
Nice.
Great.
And
So-
what a beautiful intro that is.
Beautiful intro. One of the all-time songs ever.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely. And shows.
and you can almost just want to, and you sort of just go off into the distance when you hear that because you
So
know
good.
it's 6 o'clock on a weeknight and you're watching The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And so we're gonna get a neutral fourth party to be the judge. Although I don't know how neutral he is, Mike, because it is Walter, Jack's brother,
yes, but
to whom he is related
by blood.
So I think if Jack wins, it doesn't count.
No.
I agree.
And then if anything else happens, it counts.
Well, hang on. Well, this is what we're going to do to fight against that bias. Not that it would bias against me anyway. Mike's got a random name generator on his computer. There's our 3 names in there. And what we're going to do is
there's millions of possibilities.
millions of possibilities. It's going to be a random order. And then the person Mike is going to point to, it could be himself, could be you, could be me. And then we're just going to go in order. And then at the end, my brother says who was the best one and if he has any other comment. Who is on the line, by the way? Let's just say a quick hello.
Hello.
Hello, he's there. Okay, so
Hello.
we're just agreeing on how you're going to respond to this.
Yep.
After each dough, just have a quick comment.
And so you're going to be blind, and also for the listeners, if you want to switch off the video so you can be blind as well. We won't reveal on air who is saying which dough.
Correct.
And then at the end, you can play along as well.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be obvious who's doing who.
No,
but-
that's the challenge of the voice actor.
I guess.
Okay, so Mike has the random generator ready.
Yeah, but can I also disclaim that I feel like I've been misrepresented, and I want to tell Walt because I actually never said I could do Homer. I said I could do Marge, but I will, in the spirit of the game, do my best Homer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like a backtrack if
That
you ask
doesn't
me.
sound...
I'll take that into account.
Yeah,
I'll take that into account.
that doesn't sound like you off air last week. Anyway, random generator ready. Mike, spin that wheel.
Okay.
And then we're going to be completely silent. So the wheel's going to spin. Mike's going to point at whoever it is, and then that person's going to go, and then Walter's going to comment.
Okay, the wheel has landed. I'm
Okay.
going to point to the person, and they will
Game starts.
do their dough.
Okay.
All right, very nice, very sharp, very sharp.
Okay. First dough out of the way. Now, Mike, spin that wheel, please.
Okay,
Okay, pretty similar.
Okay, interesting. And okay, good. That's good. And now we'll have our third and final dough.
Oh, I do like the third one.
All right. Well,
I think I'm going to give it to the third one.
Wow. Okay.
third one was
There you go.
me,
That
Isaac.
was an Isaac
Mr.
dough.
Isaac
Isaac D.
Homer
Gibbons.
Gibbons, as they used to call me.
What's your middle name? D-E-E, like Homer J.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
okay.
Isaac
That's good.
D. Gibbons.
Well, and any other comments, Walter, on the other two? One
How
and
much
two?
did I win by? Was it
Yeah.
like Flemington Straight, or how many Flemington Straights?
Yeah, pretty. I'd say quite a bit there. I mean, the first two were quite sharp. Yours had a bit more guttural in it. I reckon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Could you
Can I
tell
say,
who was
Jack,
who? Oh, yeah,
I
sorry.
feel like in the room, we all knew Isaac had won as soon as he doughed. Do you reckon?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I hate to admit it, but maybe, yeah.
once you dough, you never dough back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a donut.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did so well. Nah, well, so who, like, could you tell straight away who was who? Because Mike was laughing a lot.
But he did laugh after all of them.
Was the first one Mike?
No,
No.
first was me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Well, Walter, thanks for playing. And we might revisit this because maybe we do a Marge.
I want to
do
revisit
them.
it because I want to hear the intro again. So.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on account of wanting to hear the intro again and on account of letting Walter go because he's probably at work or something.
Thanks, Judge
Thanks
Walt.
for playing, Judge Walter, and best of luck next time to all the players.
See you later.
The Impressions Game. Just circling back, we thought it would be fun after doing the impression game. If you, the listener, have someone you think we can do an impression of, because we all think we're hot mustard at it, send it in and then you can be the judge. So you can judge it. If you have a specialty or you're a super fan of a cartoon that you know really well, send it in. We'll do it and you can judge us blind.
Yep. Make it someone we all know. It can't be like do an impression of my mate Steve.
Yeah. No, cartoon character. Oh, no, it could be any.
I think
anything.
Any character / famous
person,
thing.
character. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Live
send it
action
in, and then we can give you a call, and you can be the judge because you've obviously got a reason for doing that. So you're going to have expertise on the matter.
Yeah.
But for now, let's just leave it at mine was the best, and then
round one.
Hear it again.
Yeah.
I guess you're
Paper, scissors, rock.
You're
Isaac, we haven't done this segment since maybe the first or second episode, I think.
Okay.
But it is time for...
the intro to Swag and the Beat podcast. I don't think you can do that again.
We've done that every single episode. This is what it is. I'm getting text from Dad. Yeah. Nobody's really sure how to act. Yeah. Because they are getting text from Dad. Yeah. SMS, Facebook, or even Slack. Yeah. Take it to the bridge. Nice. And we have listened to the whole intro there because we haven't listened to it in a while, and it's a good little jam.
It's a good little jam.
So we're loose in the shoulders now. But
I hope you were all boogieing out like we were.
Yeah, yeah.
Then.
We've had some great send-ins. The reason it took so long to get it back up again is not because I forgot it, but for other reasons.
yeah, exactly.
But there are some cool ones. So I'm going to read out two, and then maybe a more personal one. I think this came up because there was a personal one. Cliffhanger. Okay, first one is from Sarah. So she's in a group chat with her dad and her brother.
That's nice.
Dad sends a text. Anyone seen the remote? There's a scary show on SBS and I can't change or turn it off. She's laughing emoji. Lol, I have no idea where the remote is. Sorry. Looks like it's nightmares for you. Nice. Dad comes back with, I turned it off from the PowerPoint. Too scary. And then she goes, lol, what show was it? And he goes, I don't know. I was too scared to look.
Turn it off from the plug. It's just so classic. Get it off. Switch it off.
Yeah. I did that. I don't know. This is maybe a bit niche, but I had that with Pingu. Remember the old animated show Pingu with the claymation stuff? Yeah. There was a walrus episode. And whenever that came on, I would freak out and jump for the power cord. So I was so scared.
So when I used to do the chopsticks in the mouth walrus thing, did that give you PTSD? I was wondering why you flipped out and started crying so much.
That's right. I ran away from you at lunchtime at school. And then we have Jackson, who sent it in. This is a classic. This is much more male to male rather than male, like dad to daughter. This is dad to son.
Okay. I'm familiar with that dynamic.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? He says, happy birthday. Real standard, capital H, capital B.
Son to the dad?
Son to the dad. Mm-hmm. Dad, thumbs up. Son, thumbs up back. Then son goes again, double message. Okay, what does mum want for her birthday? Because I can bring it up wherever they're coming from. And he goes, NFI, which is no idea.
Okay.
Which will be
nice.
And NFI, I will let you know soon.
So his dad and mum have the same birthday?
There's like a gap in their different times. Yeah.
Okay, so the extent of their texts
it's birthday related.
What should I get, mum?
Happy birthday. Bang.
That's good.
Thanks for the thumbs up. But the real reason, they were great, by the way. Mm-hmm. The real reason I brought up this segment is because I actually got one from a parent of mine, but slightly different. Ooh. And here it is. I'm getting text from mum. Okay, so like slight change to the segment, but we're going to go with it, okay? Nice. So there's a couple of elements here of this story. We have a family group chat where all mum, dad, and all the siblings are in, so there's 6 people total in there.
I think that was brought up in the first text from dad segment.
Oh, was it? Okay, right.
That group chat's still alive and well.
Still, it's called and it's still yeah-yeahing along.
Still the same members?
No one's changed. Okay. No cat or dog inclusion. We're humans only.
Deserters.
So in that message, mum sends a photo, and I open the photo, and I'm looking at it, and it's a screenshot of her Facebook inbox, but she's messaged Mark Zuckerberg in a DM. And sent a picture to him on Boxing Day, and it's a picture of my dad standing up in a plane, like when you stand up in a plane too early and your neck's cranked.
Yeah, the bent over stand.
Bent over stand, because we had that in our live show. It's a picture of dad leaning over like this in the plane. For people with that visual, I'm cranking my neck. And she sent that to Mark Zuckerberg. 6 people see it, no one replies. Okay.
Is there any other message to Zuckerberg?
That's it. Just a picture sent at 3:30 on Boxing Day.
Okay. Just a thought he should know.
Just a thought he should know. Yeah. Now, no one opens it in the family. That next time we're having dinner all together, I say to Mum, why are you messaging Mark Zuckerberg? And she looks at me deadpan and goes, he's my friend. Just like,
Is it like I've got him on Facebook, therefore I think he can see my messages?
yeah, just like I'm going to send the head of Facebook a message.
I think that's a classic parent thing of thinking like, so if you can see someone
can
on social
access
media,
anyone.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
you like Taylor Swift, just send her a
Oh,
message,
yeah,
get her, ask for a ticket. I'm sure she'll give you one.
Yeah. Anyway, so keep sending them in. They're really funny.
They're really
and
good.
that was my personal little one.
Text from mum, text from dad,
Yeah,
text from anyone, I
Yeah,
guess.
because text from anyone.
Funny text.
Funny text, because you guys said you had them before we started, and then 2 seconds before we started, you both gone, oh, no. So
Oh, well, I mean,
if they're nervy, that's fine. If you're not nervy, go for it. But please keep sending them in. They're a lot of fun.
maybe you just hogged them.
Maybe
had three
I
of
hogged
your
them,
own.
had 3 of my own. But
I'll bring
peace.
one next time. All
Yeah,
right, well,
great.
yeah, send them in.
Okay,
And Mike, take it to the bridge.
Isaac, we have officially started sending out the hats 11 through 50, which is very exciting to everyone that got one. Thank you so much. And welcome to the board, by the way. It is great to have you, and we're honoured to be working under you and for you.
Looking forward to doing whatever it is that you tell us to do.
Many futures together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we run the operation. We do all the legwork within the company. The board oversee everything, sort of thing. That's how the arrangement is currently. It's rated to be proprietary limited.
Yeah, the running, or what do we call the directors? I guess they're the board of the
board of directors. Yeah,
But whatever we are to the board, that ratio is quite small.
Sure.
Of like running the business to the board of directors,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
about to get
a lot
smaller.
of hands are out looking
Yeah.
for the shareholders.
It's a unique business model, but
Yeah.
so far it's working.
It's working for us.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just quadrupled our board number, so it's working. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
plenty of
got to
room.
pump the stock price up. Surely.
That's got to dilute the shares. No, okay, but I do a bit of the back end stuff. I sort of do the accounts and things like that.
I'm more of the front end, like front facing.
Front-facing.
Give the brand a good image.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Make sure everyone has a positive association with the brand upon seeing the
Right,
front end.
exactly. And if you go through the back end, you see me who's gremlin, like whatever the hell.
crunching numbers.
Yeah, nerd. Nah,
You
moving on.
definitely, the things that you do need to
I
be
definitely
done.
do things. I do some things. We send the hats out. We get money in from the people that bought the hats, and we get money coming out from the person that makes the hats for us, Chris, which is great. Cherry Studios.
On your Chris.
So he sends his invoice, and I look at the number coming in for the money that we made, and I know that we said very vehemently, and Mike will attest to this, that this is a non-for-profit execution and project.
That was always the intention.
That was all the intention. So we have to come clean, because when I looked at the numbers and I paid the invoice, there was money left over.
Oh,
So we ended up in the positive,
nice.
which is fantastic. Now, I think,
I mean, no,
No.
I don't want that.
because last thing we want to do is rip off the board members, because
Yeah.
then it'll come back, they'll come out like a ton of bricks.
Last thing we want to do is have money
We
given
would,
to
oh
us.
God, that would be the
sounds
worst.
Crap.
So what, look, I'm going to tell you how much it is, and then we can decide what to do here.
Okay, just
But,
nearest 1,000 is fine.
nearest 1,000 is fine. Okay, it's $2.34. okay.
So 1,000.
1,000.
No, I mean
Zero.
obviously zero. Yeah.
But
$2.34. Okay.
yeah. So the thing is, I think we should keep it, because we did all the legwork to get the hats out there. We should. It's not a great hourly rate, but at least it's something, some compensation for
But
the amount of effort we put in.
If we invest it plus inflation,
Oh yeah,
that could be $100,000 by next year.
yeah. You could. Yeah, if there's
With some very smart
Yeah.
investing.
some fantastic
Buy a
investing.
couple of red paper clips and
But
follow that trajectory.
in lieu of investing straight away, because all the investing fees would just eat into the $2.34. I'm
that's
thinking
probably
about
true.
money, always thinking about money like that. I've split it into 2 equal halves into cash. So here's your
$1.17
paid,
each.
paid in cash under the table. There's your. So I'm giving Isaac $1.15. Couldn't find the extra
Oh,
2
so what
cents.
happened to the extra 2 cents?
Well,
oh, you're
I have to
pocketing
go.
it.
I have to go to the mint, the Royal Australian Mint, to get some heritage 2-cent coins, maybe. But we've both got $1.15 now, and there's a 5 cent. I just rounded up to 34. It's 35.
Okay.
Rounded up, and I think we're going to give the 5 cent. We'll give the 5 cents to Mike.
Okay.
As a dividend.
Thank
So
you.
Mike, that gets thrown
That's
to you.
fair.
That's cold hard cash.
That's
baby.
representative of what each of us gives to this podcast. I think. No, I'm kidding,
I
Mike.
don't think
I'm
so.
joking.
Give him $2.70. No. So I think
$1.15. Okay, that's
substantial.
I could buy a third of a pack
Hundreds
of
and
footy
hundreds
cards.
of cents, which is great. So what I think is, we want to keep it. We don't want to have to distribute it back out to the members.
I'm going to invest mine.
You're going to invest yours.
Yep.
I thought we should keep the money for us.
Okay.
But in the spirit of being transparent and good business people to our board, we'll be transparent on what we buy. Next week we will have spent the $1.15, and we just tell people what we've bought,
Okay.
and it can be anything.
Okay. Open up the books.
Open up the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. No closed book. Open books.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. So I think that's what we'll do.
So we're going to buy. We got to spend this before next week.
Yeah, and then reveal to the listeners what it is.
Okay.
and I think maybe we'll have a board member on. We'll call them up and we'll say who has the least appropriate item, who had the most selfish item, and then that they get that taken from them. It goes to the board.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it becomes company property.
It's about responsible spending. We don't want the directors spending irresponsibly.
No, because imagine if there's an opportunity where there's more money to be had. They don't want to think. Imagine what happens if we get more money.
If we get $4,
$4, we'll be running off buying.
$8.
Who cares? A pie that doesn't help anyone.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's what we'll do. Okay. Next week we'll have one of the board members on. We'll call them up. Maybe it's a new board member. We don't know. We'll cut with random. And we'll see who spent their money most appropriately. We've got $1.15. Mike's got 5 cents. I don't know how he's going to spend that. But they'll find a way.
Or a sunfruit a couple of years ago.
Pretty good.
Nothing probably. Or you could
couple of nothings.
You could two up that next Anzac Day for 10 cents.
Oh.
And then the following Anzac Day, 20 cents. Boom. In 100 years, you'll have $1.
Yep.
It's good.
That's pretty good.
But just on that,
I might just buy a ghost drop.
Yeah, I mean, go what flavor? Black.
Blue.
Blue.
Oh,
okay.
Avatar.
Blue flavor, always good.
We'll be back next week. Board member, it could be you. Spend well, everyone, including me. Spend well. $1.15, 5 cents.
Or forever hold your piece of coin.
You could buy peas probably for $1.15 somewhere.
Yeah. Could buy world peas.
Do I hear that transition music? Yes, I do. Okay.